Imagine being accused of something you did not do. Maybe it is a minor charge. Maybe it is a lawsuit. Maybe one mistake could cost you your job, your home, or your freedom. The facts matter. The law matters. But the way the legal system treats you can change depending on how much money you have. At the lowest level, you have almost nothing. You have no savings and no lawyer to call. You search online, contact legal aid, and wait. If the case is criminal, you may qualify for a public defender. That lawyer may be skilled and committed, but they may also be handling far more cases than one person should. Your meeting is short. They ask what happened, explain the charge, and tell you what the prosecutor is offering. There is little time to investigate every detail. Witnesses may not be contacted immediately. Experts and private investigators cost money. Even taking a day off work to attend court can threaten your income. You are not only fighting the case, you are fighting time, fear, and exhaustion. The prosecutor knows you may not be able to wait months for trial. You may be offered a deal that reduces the risk but leaves you with a record. Even if you believe you are innocent, accepting it can feel safer than gambling with a harsher sentence. At this level, the system does not always ask what is fair. It asks what you can survive. At the next level, you can afford a local lawyer, you have savings or a credit card, you pay a retainer that feels enormous. For the first time, someone has time to listen. Your lawyer reviews the documents, speaks with the other side, and explains your options. They may negotiate a better deal, challenge weak evidence, or delay the case until more information appears. You feel protected, but the meter is always running. Every call, email, meeting, and court appearance may cost money. You begin wondering whether a question is worth asking. The lawyer recommends an expert, but the expert wants thousands. A long case could consume your emergency fund. You have representation, but not unlimited strategy. The other side may have more resources and they know it. A company can extend the dispute for months. An insurer can request more documents. A wealthy opponent can make the process so expensive that victory no longer feels affordable. At the third level, you are comfortably wealthy. You do not choose the cheapest lawyer, you choose the lawyer with the right experience. Your lawyer prepares before the first major decision. They organize evidence, interview witnesses, and bring in specialists. Instead of reacting, your team begins shaping the case. You are no longer asking, "Can I afford to defend myself?" You are asking, "Which strategy gives me the best result?" This does not guarantee victory. A strong case can fail. A judge can disagree. A witness can change their story. But money reduces mistakes caused by pressure. You can wait longer, reject a bad settlement, and pay for a second opinion before making a decision that changes your life. At the fourth level, you are rich enough to hire a major law firm. Now, the lawyer you meet is not working alone. Behind them is a team of associates, researchers, investigators, and experts. If there are 10,000 pages of documents, people are assigned to read them. If a technical question could change the result, a specialist is hired. If the case requires travel, the team goes where the evidence is. The legal process becomes a project managed around you. You may barely speak with the junior lawyers doing much of the work, but you feel their presence in the bills. 1 month of litigation can cost more than a house. For most people, delay is painful. For you, delay may become a weapon. The other side may need a quick settlement. Your team can file motions, request records, challenge procedures, and extend negotiations. The system contains thousands of steps, and wealth allows you to use more of them. At this level, you are not simply protected by the law, you are protected by your ability to remain in the fight. At the fifth level, you are extremely rich. You do not call a lawyer after a crisis begins. Lawyers are already part of your life. They review contracts before you sign them. They structure companies, protect assets, reduce risks, and warn you when a decision could become a lawsuit. If you receive a threatening letter, your team responds before you finish reading it. If the media learns about an accusation, attorneys coordinate with communications advisors. If the case crosses borders, firms in several countries may work together. The greatest advantage is not winning more cases, it is preventing cases from reaching you. Contracts contain stronger protections. Ownership is divided across legal entities. Sensitive disputes are pushed toward private arbitration. Settlements may include confidentiality agreements. The problem does not disappear, it becomes quieter. At the highest level, you are a billionaire or a corporation with almost unlimited resources. Now, the legal system may treat you less like a person and more like an institution. Your attorneys have worked with regulators, prosecutors, judges, and agencies for years. They understand not only the written law, but the people and pressure points around it. If a regulation threatens your business, lobbyists and policy experts may become involved. If a case creates dangerous precedent, your team may fight it through multiple appeals. You can continue long after a normal opponent would run out of money. A former employee, small company, or private citizen may have a strong claim, but they must survive years of motions, hearings, document requests, and legal costs. Your team can divide one large problem into smaller battles. They can challenge where the case is heard, what evidence is allowed, who can testify, and how damages are calculated. For someone with no money, a lawsuit can destroy a life. For a giant corporation, the same amount may become a line in a quarterly report, but wealth creates a different danger. You may stop asking whether something is right and ask only whether it is legal. You may treat settlements as permission and penalties as prices. The best lawyers can protect you from consequences. They cannot protect you from becoming reckless. And even at the highest level, money has limits. A lawyer cannot erase clear evidence. They cannot control every judge, witness, jury, regulator, or public reaction. They can improve your position, reduce damage, and create options, but they cannot promise certainty. The poor receive whatever time the system can spare. The working class buy attention by the hour. The wealthy buy preparation. The rich buy teams. The ultra rich buy prevention, endurance, and influence. The law may be written equally for everyone, but access to it is not equal. Money can determine how quickly someone answers your call, how deeply your case is investigated, how long you can refuse a bad deal, and how many chances you have to recover from a mistake. At every wealth level, the lawyer may know the same law. What changes is how much time, pressure, expertise, and strategy you can place behind it. Because in court, the truth matters, but the ability to prove it, defend it, and survive the process can cost more than most people will ever have.